Now in today's video, we're talking about immersive gaming. Immersive gaming, unlike anything you've seen before, many of you will think about immersive gaming, something like this, like the Meta Quest, is going to come into mind because this gives you immersive gaming. Well, we're talking about another solution, and you can see that I'm kind of geared up today. I have a vest on, and this is an immersive vest that has haptic feedback, and it's going to change the way you game. We're taking a look at right here the Woojer Vest 3. This is, again, a full vest that basically gives you an immersive experience. It adds to when you're in these hyper-realistic worlds when you're gaming, and it gives you, again, that feeling of being in the action. We're talking about feeling the action. Every kick, every punch, every shot, you are part of. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now, let's talk about the specs because there's a lot going on with this vest. At first sight, it may look like a vest that just has speakers in the front and in the back and all over the place. They have some stuff going on, but it's actually more than that. We're talking about a vest that has or gives you a play experience time of up to 8 hours. 8 hours of play time on a single charge. It also has breathable fabric, right? So I literally have been working on or having this on like all day just to see how comfortable it would be. Not that I'm playing for 8 hours, but I just want to see, is it something that you can wear and get away with, right? And let's think about, you see, what comes to mind is the Ready Player One movie, and people were wearing these vests and these zip-up ones, and I was trying to say, hey, can I wear this all day? And definitely the fabric, the feel, the fact that it's lightweight, also gives it that really comfortable experience. Now, this is going to give you, the way they describe, a magical haptic experience because it has six powerful patented oscillating transducers, right? And I call them oscillating. I don't know what the right word would be for these guys, but basically these transducers are going to basically give you the experience of every impact and every rumble that's going on in the game. It's hard to explain, but it's as difficult to explain as when you're using one of these. Because let's face it, if you've tried to explain to someone what is it like to use an Oculus, or in this case a Meta, or even if you're using the Apple Vision Pro, it's kind of hard. It's like one of the things that you have to wear it in order to experience it. And the same thing is true about this. Now, what I'll say is using a solution like this on its own, it's kind of not a full experience. This is really about, and it's designed to work with your Meta. You connect these two things together and it adds to the experience of immersiveness. So I'm playing a game, and you know what? The game is pretty cool. If I'm doing any kind of combat scene in the game, I'm actually doing the combat, and what ends up happening is when I'm using my controllers, as I press the controller and I do things, I do get this feedback on the controllers of something happening. If I'm punching, I get the vibration. But if I'm hit, while something may happen on my hand, this actually transfers everything to the rest of my body. And that's where you get that full experience. And you start using it, and then you feel like you become more and more part of the game that you're playing. That's what this is all about. Now, it also has stereo modes, and it supports Bluetooth headphones. It also is wired. And pretty much what it's going to do is it's going to give you a 360-degree, I would say, immersive experience of what is happening in any of these games. So let's take a closer look at the vest, and we'll see, the actual quality of the vest. And I'll tell you more about what my experience has been like, because again, it's really difficult to experience. Like, it's hard to capture what this is like on screen, and it's also hard to capture what this feels like on screen as well. Now let's take a look at what's going on here in the box. And I will say that the unboxing experience, or when you receive this massive box, and everything is really well placed inside. Sorry, I couldn't wait to take it out. I had to try it and I had to charge it. So I kind of like prematurely opened the box and got it going. But I want to show you some of the things that are going on here. So let's get a little closer to see what is happening here. So first of all, this supports Bluetooth, has built-in Bluetooth 5.5 or 5.0, and basically has TX and RX capabilities, right? You also then have wired headphone amplifier. You have 1 to 250 hertz frequency range, and you can adjust that. It has 6 high-fidelity Aussie haptic transducers, which is the stuff that I was showing you on the front here. Advanced audio haptic synchronization, right? A lot of stuff going on there. Multi-channel, 7.1 surround and stereo modes. All right, so that's pretty cool. You also have, well, we talked about the extreme comfortability, premium breathable fabrics, absolutely. It's lightweight, advanced DSP controls, analog, digital inputs, and also it has fast charging. And it has this control pad in the very front that kind of lights up and it connects with your devices. I'm hoping that mine still has a charge, and I think it does. I'm right now pressing it. Yeah, here it goes. It lights up. So what I'll do is I'll put it on screen so you can see. I'll take this off, and then we'll take a closer look at the actual product itself. So this vest has some serious hardware, and I just want to show you everything that's going on right here. So basically, this is those transducers that we were talking about. Notice in the back it has 2, up here it has 2. It also has, in the waist level, has 2 more. You'll notice what the back feels like, so it has kind of like this mesh fabric, which one of the things that I was concerned about is that if you're wearing them, will you start to sweat because you have that on your back, and that definitely wasn't the case. This is the hardest part of it in the back, and I thought that this would be uncomfortable as well as it's pressing against your back, but it doesn't. And I at times play also sitting down, right? So I said, if I sit back on this, is this going to be uncomfortable? Was not uncomfortable at all, and it didn't impact the way these points here touch my back. It does have a way to secure it in the front, right? So it has that, and then it also has in the bottom, it has a belt clip of sort, right? And you'll notice, let me go ahead and get this on camera right here so you can see that. So this is pretty straightforward, just connects like this, and this connects really nicely, and it's fully adjustable. You have your control pad right here where you're able to look at your battery level, increase, again, the intensity. There's several ports here. There's an audio jack here. There's also a USB-C jack. And, you know, this is not just about out, but it's also about feeding it as well. So you notice that there is a audio input jack right here as well. And you then charging, even though you have a USB-C there, that USB-C is for audio. It's not intended for charging. In the back, let's go ahead and show this in the back here. In the back, what you'll notice is that you have your charging port here, and it's very well lit or labeled. And then you have a hook right here that if you want to hook this up somewhere in your office or in your game room, you can. So this is it, right? This has a rubberized feel in the back, which is nice. And I'd say, you know, as I'm looking at this, and I'll bring it up, right, this is what we're talking about. This is really, you know, when I received this vest, the first thing I did was I said, I need to watch Ready Player One again. And actually, that's what Noel and I were watching, and we were just going through it. And then we wanted to see how this experience would be. And it was really cool. I think we appreciated this more. And what I'll say is, by itself, it's just a vest. And yeah, it does have some cool gadgets on it. But when you connect it to the environments that you're in, the gaming environments that you're in, it becomes more. This is about enhanced sensory, right? So when you're in these games and you're using this guy, and let me go ahead and see where I put my MetaQuest, if I had it right here on the side. When I have my MetaQuest, right, and I just grab this, this is what life is like, right? You're wearing it, you have it on. If you have the pass-through mode, you can see what's going on in the pass-through. You can see the stuff that's going on in the world. And then once you get fully immersed, your only sensory experience is what happens in your hand and what you see. And I'll tell you, the world is pretty cool in this thing. When you put on the vest basically adds another sense, right? Now you have both the visual sense, the hearing sense. You have your hands are experiencing some type of sense, but now the rest of your body starts feeling the same sense. And it's unexplainable, but it does step up that gaming experience. It steps up that experience that you are in. So, you know, as you think about the holidays, which are literally around the corner, and you're thinking about getting something to someone, your child or your adult child, this is cool. And if they're into this kind of stuff and you're wondering, like, how can you step it up? That device is the way to go. So, guys, that wraps up our review. Of the Woojer Vest 3. This is one of the coolest MetaQuest, I would say, enhancing devices that I've seen and experienced in a very long time. Can't wait for you to experience it too. See you in the next video.